This is Jeff with Shout Out Minnesota, and we are here with
Maniac Tim SYLVIA, man. What's up?
Hey Tim, what's going on? Thanks for coming to Minnesota, stopping in here. We're at Gander and Woodbury. Want a little background and history because you've been fighting MMA for a long time now. It's been about, 13, 14 years?
Oh gosh, what were we, 2014?
Yeah.
2000, I moved to Iowa, and I started fighting 2 years before that, so I've been fighting for about 16 years.
16 years, that's a long time to be.
I'm
Takes a
about
toll.
done. Got a few more good fights left in me, and that's it.
So let's give you a little background on how you got into MMA and UFC and all that stuff.
I just fell into MMA, to be honest with you. Played football back in the day, and thought I was tough, so I wanted to try fighting. I had my first fight in Rhode Island Valley Tudo, under Joe Cuff and Kip Cola, the guys who run Naga and the Underground. Those guys are the ones that got me started, and got lucky, got a hold of Militich, and the rest is kind of history from there.
Now, when you got into the UFC, you've heavyweight champ twice. Not a lot of people get to make it to that point. Tell us your experience on what it was like to not only fight in the UFC, but actually win a championship.
You know, the first one happened so fast, it wasn't even, like, it didn't really set in, just because I fought in the UFC, and then they're like, hey, you got a title shot. I'm like, that's weird, you know? But we'll take it. I have nothing to lose. I'm going to fight the champ, you know? Everyone's expecting me to lose. I'm out there knocking up and he's the champion. It's like, wow, it just happened. And then from there on out, the rest of my career, I pretty much had 5-round fights. I was defending the title or fighting for the title. I think I fought for 9 times. You know, counting the vacant titles and the interim titles. And I don't know, it was just, the second time was just more enjoyable. I had to bust my ass and get back to where I was. I had lost like 2 in a row. I came back and I think I fought Wes Sims in a Super Brawl. And then I came and fought Trey Talman, knocked him out, and fought Alsuede Silva on one of the free spike shows, and that gave me my title shot. And then I knocked out Orlovsky after he dropped me. And then I had to fight him again. I won again decision. 8 months in, and then I went to the Randy fight, and we all know I got my ass kicked by Randy. Shouldn't have took the fight, I was hurt. Just went in a little too overconfident, and the old man beat me.
Yeah, but it's definitely a mental as well as physical when you get in there as well. You also took up boxing along with grappling, along with wrestling and all that stuff. So how important is it to have a mixture of different disciplines?
You have to be a mixed martial arts nowadays. You know, 8 times back in Dan Severn was doing it, Mark Coleman. You have to be very well-rounded, or you just won't survive.
And I see as it's evolved too, from the beginning of UFC until now, it's changed dramatically.
You get 5-year-old kids that are training for mixed martial arts. You know, we didn't start training until we were in our 20s. If we were lucky, we had some karate or we did some wrestling. But nowadays, fathers are watching us do what we do, and they love the sport. Their kids turn old enough to wrestle at age 4, and they got them wrestling and taking boxing lessons and doing karate, and it's just, they're becoming mixed martial artists. By the time they're 20, they're freaks of nature.
Now, you're also an avid hunter. Let's talk about that a little bit. What do you like to hunt?
I like to hunt everything. Anything that lives and breathes, I like to kill it, eat it. I pro staff the Drury Outdoors, Mossy Oak, you know, big game tree stands, BSC archery. I'm on the Drury Outdoors TV shows. I do a hunting DVD. So I've been fortunate enough to get in with Gander Mountain, and I'm kind of employed by them. I do special guest appearances like this one here in Woodbury, and I hope to keep a good relation with these guys and be doing it because, you know, it's especially beneficial for them because they pay me, but yet I usually end up spending $500 or $1,000 worth of merchandise before I leave. So they're like, yeah, let's bring Tim SYLVIA, we'll pay him, but then he'll spend half of it back into the store. So it works out good for him and me.
So how often do you get to go out and do some hunting in between?
I've been hunting a lot this spring. I killed a couple nice turkeys with my bow, and they're trying to get me to go to Washington and kill a bear the next few weeks. I don't know if I can make it or not. Spring, you know, fall bear, I'll probably do go up to Canada or something. And then whitetails, I'm going to be hunting Indiana this year. Iowa, of course, that's where my farm is. And then I might go to Missouri and fight hunt some whitetails as well.
Okay. As far as fighting career goes, what do you have up next?
I'm going to fight in Lewiston, Maine on September 6th for the vacant Lewiston either heavyweight or super heavyweight title. I'm fighting Christian Warcraft.
Okay, awesome. Oh, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Can you give one last shout out to the fans of Minnesota?
Hey, thanks guys for having me up here. I fought here a few times, and it's always a pretty state to be in. I'd like to hunt it someday. I might just do that. We'll see. But thanks for having me. And well, I'd say stop by, but by the time you guys watch this, I won't be here anymore. So take care, guys.
Thanks.